Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Chris. This is Kathy. And it is day 3 of us moving our reselling business into a storage unit. And this is kind of the state of the office right now. I've moved all the stuff that was there where Kathy is now and just kind of moved it around the office because this is the focus for today. Boxes H, all this way, moving this shelf to the storage unit. But first we have to inventory what's in there before we take it. That's kind of something we're making sure to do so that everything that is in the spreadsheet we know is reflecting correctly in our inventory. I figured while we're doing this quick step, I'll show you. We could do this on our spreadsheet here. And let me just get this set up real quick. All right, so looking at our spreadsheet, and if you use our spreadsheet, you could do the same thing. What we're gonna do is go into a filtered view. Now, in this normal view, you never want to try to alphabetize things, sorting by alphabet, right? Sorting sheet. That will mess up the formula for the whole sheet pretty much. But if you come up here to this little filter views button and click that, and then go on available inventory, that will only pull Reese making a lot of noise today. That will only show you stuff that has not sold in your inventory, and it will only show available inventory as long as you have it recorded that way in your sheet. But what we can do at this point is filter down by bin location. So you'll see it popped up these little filter buttons here, and we can single out the box that we want. So if you push clear, we're going in what, box H right now? And then select H and push OK. It's okay to do this. Push OK for that. And this is the stuff that should be in that box. So I'm showing what, 6 things? Hopefully you have 6 things in that box.
6 things, but yeah, we'll
So we, and then at this point, since we know there's 6 things, I'll read it off and Kathy will confirm whether or not it's in there. So we have some Abeos men's sneakers size 13. Yep. Some Born Blue Espadrille women's size 11. Yep. North Face khaki hiking shorts. Some Merrill True Glove black red shoes. Timberland brown leather Oxfords. Yep. T Collection knit cardigan. Yep. And so that box is now inventoried. Pretty easy. And then it's just as simple as going to the next one. Unselecting H and then what, I? Yep. So then going into I, pressing OK again. And now we have all the things that should be in box I. So we're gonna do that with all of these. It's probably gonna take us 45 minutes to an hour. Hopefully there's nothing. We've done all the others and there was maybe a couple things here or there that Kathy was like, you know what, this has been a while. I'm going to relist it or just get rid of it, whatever. That's kind of what we're doing right now. So we're going to take care of that. And so after we're done taking an inventory of what we're going to be moving over, we're going to talk a little bit about why we're doing all of this, why we're moving our business into a storage unit, the pros, the cons, all that kind of stuff. We haven't really had a centralized place to talk about it. So stay tuned. In just a minute, we'll start talking about why. Also, to go back to the regular view, you do have to check that again and then just push select all. And that will bring all of your inventory back to its filtered view as it is. So let's get to it. All right, guys, so we just had one item that Kathy, I just wanted to show you guys this real quick, but one item that Kathy is pulling out because she realized it was not listed. You can actually change the bin location here. So we're taking that out of box M by just erasing box M, pressing enter, and then doing accordingly. We have also been kind of consolidating the inventory. We mentioned that a little bit yesterday. So if we come across a box that has maybe 3 items or so, 4, we'll try to find other boxes to put it in. That way we could leave that box behind for Kathy to, when she's doing stuff here in the office, she could just take the box inventoried, ready to go, drop it off at the storage unit. So we're gonna just keep rolling on this. Took us maybe 10 minutes to get that top row, so we'll just keep going. All right, guys, we got everything inventoried. We did consolidate everything that was on the top shelf, and we're going to be taking those to the unit, putting them on the shoe shelf that we have there. Some stuff we bagged, put in boxes, but yep, for the most part, that shelf is ready to be disassembled. I guess I got to get my Power Ranger Turbo Ram down.
Are you gonna sell that?
Yeah, I'm gonna sell it. So
Unlisted.
I'll be listing that sometime. Cool piece of
Pretty cool.
something. But yeah, so this is all ready to go, but let's take a few minutes and talk about why we're doing all this, right? Kathy will joke around and say that I'm forcing her to. So the biggest reason why we are moving out of our home office for the business, for the most part, is for the bigger picture of what we are doing. Like we hope to this year buy a new house, right? That's one of, if not our biggest goal for the year.
It was my biggest goal last year.
It was a goal last year, yeah.
That's why, because we didn't do all of the stuff we needed to do it.
Yeah, I mean, the housing market changed too last year, so.
Yeah, it was possible that we could have done it. It seemed like not the right time. Not that this is the right time, but it feels like we got to get it.
Right. So,
and we wanted to.
Assuming the housing market stabilizes or something, I don't know. We're going to do our best to buy a house in 2023, bigger house, so that we can expand or not even expand, but just have a better time running our business. We do live in our house right now is 1,800 square feet, and this upstairs is probably 450 of that. So we live downstairs with the two boys and with this meatball, who's just trouble.
He's being really weird today.
So we live in this house currently, and it's a pain to try to work from home, have kids from home. You know, they'll be off. They were just off school for 2 weeks, so it was difficult to be able to work and operate life at the same time. With that in mind, us wanting to move out, there are things that we want to do for this house, because we're not just selling this house, we're going to be renting this house out to some renters. So we have to get this house ready. That's part of the process of us moving. So while we are doing all that, trying to move and get a house figured out, we're still going to be operating day to day on the business. That's not going to change. We're moving not across states or anything like that. So
maybe even in our neighborhood.
Maybe in our neighborhood. I don't know. The house it's under contract. So.
Okay. Other houses will pop up.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's the thing. We are in a great position where we can wait for the perfect deal. We would love to have it be this year, but ultimately, if it doesn't work out to be this year, we'll be fine. We are very fortunate to be in that position, and we don't want to forget that ever. So with all that in mind, us wanting to move and to be able to operate the business and to get this house in renter ready status so that everything can move as smooth as possible, that's kind of what we decided. We wanted to move the business out of the house. We were thinking about storage unit, all that kind of stuff, or shed. But ultimately, I think a storage unit just made a lot of sense. And we do live in a lot of people are concerned about like the drive time to get there and back and all that. You know, when you work for yourself, you don't have to drive to work. When you work from home, at least, right? So it's not any worse than driving to a job. And it just so happens that the gym that Kathy goes to every day is right nearby the storage unit. So in a way, we kind of get to now deduct those miles going to the gym. So that's kind of how... Are you clipping your nails?
One of my nails just broke as you were talking.
Kathy broke a nail. She's back there clipping her nails while I'm recording.
I didn't think anyone would hear.
That's the biggest deciding factor on why we're doing this. And, you know, I think we've talked about it here and there, just never really in one spot. Ultimately, we would love to have our business in our house or on our property. Ultimately, what I would like is having like a warehouse on, or like a big, like 20 by 30 or something building on site on our property. We just can't do that in this house, and we might not be able to do that in the next house, but maybe someday. In our dream house. But our next house, we're definitely going to get a bigger house, right? If we had a basement, things would be way different, right?
We had about like 1,000 square feet aside from our living space, which is hopefully 2,000 square feet. Then it'd be a lot better. The thing like I wanted to do mainly is like last year, all year, we kept saying, oh, we're out of space. So I'm going to send out really low offers to move stuff, which, I still made profit on all the low offers, but not as much as I should have. And just to go through all the work to make a lower profit than it's really worth, and then just to have space. So the storage unit is providing the space, but also this year I hope to grow our inventory to about 2,000 items. Right now I have like 1,200. So just a lot of things.
There's along with it, there comes a lot of pros. There's cons, obviously, right? Having to drive offsite to pick stuff up. Figuring out that whole workflow, which we haven't done completely, right? We're like, really we're trying to plan it all out, and we were just like, you know what? It's taking so long. Let's just do it. If it's a mistake, we'll, hang our tail between our legs. We'll move everything back in. I don't think we're going to do that, but
not in this house.
Right. So the pros along with it is we have essentially infinite amount of space to expand if we wanted to. Right, we could always just rent another unit, build more shelves. It's all in the same location. But for now, it just makes sense for the storage unit. And honestly, it hasn't been too bad for us to get down there. It's been convenient. We live in a part of town where there's like one way, like we live on the outskirts of town, and there's like one way to get back into the main town. So we're always going that way anyway.
Yeah, like if I want to go thrifting, I have to go that way anyways.
Yeah. It's really on the way home from anywhere we're going to be.
My workflow this year, I'd already planned to, us to more like split up during the days. He can work here in peace and quiet, and I can go work at a coffee shop, which I would prefer anyways in peace and quiet.
Yeah.
In the coffee shop. And so the coffee shop's by the place, like everything's by the place that we got to pick up the storage stuff. So I'm not worried about the traveling as much as just like
the convenience.
What is it gonna be like? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Yeah. So hopefully that clears up a little bit of the unknown for you guys. We think right off the top of our head that it's the right decision. It definitely is, because part of getting ready for the renters is we're replacing the flooring in this room from the carpet to what we have in the rest of the house, which is like a luxury vinyl plank or whatever, LVP, whatever it is. So we can't do that when we're operating a business out of here. At least in the state that it was. Like I can do half the room. We can kind of move the desk. We can make it work without all our inventory here, right? Kathy can go to coffee shop for a day. I can do the flooring, and we can get it in and out fairly quickly versus moving all the shelf, trying to do all that and all that stuff. So
and maybe you can fix the squeak in the floor.
Yes, I know. Like it seems like the squeak is expanding.
It's like really bad over here now too.
It is.
It just feels like super low.
There's a seam in the subfloor that goes right through here.
So hopefully that fixes that when you do the floor.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna replace some subfloor there. So, but that's kind of the big picture.
Yeah, I mean the pros mostly for me were just, I can't stand clutter like right now. This is like making me want to have a panic attack. So obviously after this is all moved, it will slowly. Yeah. I have a lot to list. Like all of January, I'm going to try not to thrift and just list what I have. That should be by the end of January. I should have everything in place at the storage unit. Yeah. Put away, and then I'll have a very clear space and a clear mind. And then
Kathy's, you're still going to be photographing stuff here. You're still going to be doing a lot of work here. Right. But when you have like a week's worth or 2 weeks worth of work and it's all just around you, you have a hard time focusing on it, on the task at hand.
I'm going to say I'm going to the coffee shop to work. So that would be just doing my listings. So I said, I'm going to photograph here. My listings, I'm trying to do 21 a day, Monday through Friday now. So that takes me 1.5 to 2 hours. It's not anything crazy. So I'm at the coffee shop 2 hours. If I want to do any personal stuff, maybe 3 hours. That's like this morning I went there. I think I was there for 2 hours. So got my listings up. And yeah, it felt nice. I like to do different things throughout the day. Like I don't like to just sit and work for 8 hours straight. So.
And we have the added benefit of when we do decide to move, the business doesn't have to stop. We can move on our time, our time schedule or whatever. And the business can still go every day, right? We could still be working on it, moving our stuff to and all that kind of stuff. So we think it's the right decision. Let us know if we're wrong. I'm sure there are many of you out there that have had bad experiences with storage units in your past. And I understand it's hard to get over that kind of stuff, right?
A few people mentioned just like, I think worrying about like damage or something like that, which we did get the insurance. So we're not so worried about that.
Yeah. And again, this is very short term, hopefully 6 months to a year, like that's kind of the range, right. And then if we had it our way perfectly, we'd be in a new house in 6 months. It would have a basement and enough space for us to operate our business, have more space to spread out personal life wise, and just the kids can have a little more space where they can be kids while we're working or, whatever. So that's why. That's the whole real why, I guess.
And also I was going to say, like, I think a few people mentioned, like, oh, it's just an extra cost or something like that, which, yes. Yeah. It's like little over $200. I just was mathing it. And that's like $8 a day.
Yeah.
Which I guess could be sounding like a lot, but that's less than one extra. Like if I list one extra item, that more than covers that. Like,
yeah.
Most of the items I'm going to be sourcing going forward are going to at least give me a $20 profit. So assume I list one item extra every 2 days even, and then we paid for the storage unit. And again, it's just temporary. So, and it's a write-off. So
it is a write-off.
Yeah.
And I think there's another kind of hidden benefit, and that is when we have to get up and go, we're out. We can do more videos that are out and about because we're already having to go out. We'll be closer to a thrift store. We can go just record a video, right? So
that reminded me that
we're just going.
You just keep, there really is a lot of pros because you guys see the mess right now. This mess is always here.
Yeah.
When we do wet solds and stuff, we do our best to kind of shove it under tables and stuff so you don't see it, but it's always stressful to me. And then that takes time every single day just to record a video, and that won't be a problem anymore. So
yeah. Much easier to compartmentalize.
Literally, every day, imagine 20 minutes of just picking up just to record a video.
Yeah.
Like what I could do in 20 minutes as far as listings is a lot.
Yeah.
Like I could profit $50 to $100 by listing a few things. So
for sure. And we're going to, once we do get this all done and we're kind of in that in-between state of not owning a new house yet, we'll put maybe we'll decorate a little bit. We'll get a little rug, maybe a seating area, make this more homey up here. And I'm a firm believer in having your office and where you're working or whatever you're doing be as comfortable as possible. I've worked in maintenance a lot, and working in boiler rooms and all that kind of stuff, it's not comfortable. And having a desk you want to be as comfortable as possible so that you could provide the best work for your business, I think. So I'm a firm believer in that. So that's another kind of benefit. We're able to actually do that kind of stuff too. We're rambling at this point, guys. All we're seeing is all the good points. I'm sure.
Leave some negatives.
Mark my word. 2 months from now, we're gonna be like, this is the worst thing we ever did. I can't believe we're gonna say all the negative things at that point. So that's the why, guys. So Kathy does have some more listing. I've edited the video for today. So I'm going to basically focus on getting this stuff to the storage unit and getting it set up exactly how it is here. So here, you want to step out of the way so we can make this easy?
Oh, you're going to...
Yeah, I'm just going to snap it on over there. All right. Just like that, we're set up here at the mini storage and ready to go. We pretty much just have this last shelf that's going to go here, and this is all set up. I brought some more shoes out that were at the top of our shelves, and I think I have enough room to put another 3 boxes, 5 tall. So yeah, and then maybe another 3 or 4 boxes on this side if we need to. I don't know if we're going to need all that storage by the time we are done using this unit, but we'll use the storage at some point either way. So if we need it, I'll go ahead and build a couple more shelves, and again, have to modify these 2 existing shelves. But yeah, I think that's for the most part what's going to go on out here. So we just have that one last big shelf to do for this section here, and we'll be ready. While I was here, I did end up picking some sales that Kathy asked for me to grab, so I've got them there. I'll take those to her and let her take care of those. But I think that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I'm tired. I'm hungry. It is 7 o'clock now, and I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm going to go home and eat. And we will start again on the next day. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.